Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and first of all, I want to apologize for any background noise you might hear right now. I'm hoping I found as quiet of a place as I could. I'm kind of out in the road, and I wouldn't otherwise have time to talk about this. I didn't even think I was going to make another video today, especially after releasing that super long thing early this morning. Thank you to everyone who watched that whole thing, by the way, and giving it a thumbs up. That was much appreciated. But I got this email from one of my most frequent viewers, and I clicked on it hoping it wasn't true, and it is. And I have to look at news stories like this. I have to ask myself at some point, does Lyft just want the drivers to quit? Do they want all of their drivers to just up and quit what they're doing? Because I don't know how anyone can honestly drive for Lyft at this point. They're making it almost making it impossible to justify driving for them at all. And even some of the other Uber tubers who do this for a living, who advocate for driving, who advocate for just driving all the time, even they're kind of going like, dude, what are you doing? And it's just kind of sad to look at what's going on with it. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, you've been looking at this. It says, control your day with destination mode. 2 useful ways to filter rides. Destination mode is built to work around your schedule. Use the arrive on time filter to earn as you like and get where you're going on time, or use the head to destination filter to earn as you drive your daily commute. With this up, and here's the thing, it always starts with like, hey, see, we're doing something nice for you. Destination filter, it's so great, it's so wonderful. That's what it is. They always start, and then they drop the bombshell. With this update, we're reducing the number of times you can use destination mode. You'll be able to use it twice per day. For the record, I believe originally you could use it 6 times a day. So they are removing 4 destination filters. Now, I believe Uber's been 2 for a while, so actually for quite a while, Lyft had a huge advantage in the destination filter that they would allow you to do 6. I remember when Uber went to 6, and then they took it back because they took back everything they did in their 180 days of change, and Lyft kept it the same. Now granted, Lyft's destination filter honestly didn't work nearly as well as Uber's. In fact, there's many videos showing why you shouldn't use it if you actually need to be somewhere on time. So that it might actually kind of defeat the purpose of using it at all. But the fact that they're actually taking it away, boy, you cut the rates and then you take destination filters away. Now, how do they justify this? Well, let's see here. Filter by arrival time. New, set an arrival time for when you need to be somewhere at a specific time. Stay on schedule with the arrive on time filter. It pairs you with rides in a direction while still getting where you need to be when you need to be there. Now, this is actually kind of a nice little positive change, because here's the thing. And by the way, Katie has to do this all the time because she still does a little bit of Uber and Lyft for extra money a week. She sometimes puts this destination filter on. If she could put I need to be here at this time, maybe they'll pair her with a filter trip that will take her most of the way. It could possibly be a positive thing, this filter by arrival time. And I also think they need to do this because there was way too many issues of people using destination filter and then being driven an hour out of their way simply because the ride technically wasn't heading away from the destination, which, was a big problem. Now let's go to the next thing. Filter by destination. You're now 20% more likely to get ride requests from passengers that are heading in your direction with the head to destination. Well, you honestly, that should never have been in question in the first place, but whatever. The head to destination filter lets you specify where you're headed and matches you with requests that get you closer to your destination, and keeps the earnings coming too. Just tell us when you're heading, where you're heading, and we'll match you with passengers going in the same general direction. So basically, that's the same as it's always been. And that's it. That's it. So basically, here's Lyft's justification of dropping the destination filters. It's we're going to take 4 away. Don't even really try to butter up. They don't even acknowledge why that would be a good thing. But then they say, oh, but we're doing filter by arrival time. So, hey, we won't give you any rides that won't get you there on time. Granted, that's probably not a foolproof plan. If they don't know about traffic and stuff, you might not get there in time. So, that's not exactly a bonus. It's just kind of nice. And then, of course, they go by that standard. You're now 20% more likely to get ride requests from passengers that head in your direction with head to destination. Well, why is it 20% more? Like, is that them admitting that the process and the system was a little flawed? That, hey, we fixed this so that it's much more competent now? I don't know. Here's the thing. A lot of people really depend on having 6 destination filters to get through their day. To make the most of their day, they use it. They were annoyed when Uber took them away. They're going to be especially annoyed when Lyft takes away. Although maybe it also won't have much of a difference, because there have been reports that Lyft drivers are just quitting like crazy. Because who wants to drive for as little as 35 cents a mile? That is not feasible even with their pickup fee. And now they're taking away the destination filter to boot. It's like Lyft has actually been so aggressive on taking things away from the driver. I think it's because they really need money. They really need money. I'm thinking what they're going to do at this point is that when the next quarterly loss comes around, I think they're doing this to show that they are increasing the money they take in. They're still going to have losses, of course. But hey, we've increased what we brought in, and they're going to try to trick the stock market into thinking that, hey, that we're doing a good job, because the stock market seems to be pretty clueless on how rideshare actually works. Whenever they see like shrinking losses, they think, oh, that must be like a good sign. They're improving their profit margins, and it's like, but they're really not. They're just cutting the driver's pay, and the driver's pay is going to determine if they even have a service. Me and Katie were at Disneyland yesterday, and we have like the SoCal annual passes, and it's been like told all year round that the reason Disneyland was slow during the summer is not because of the price hike on the tickets, it's because they blocked out all the annual pass holders. Once the pass holders can come back, the parks will be busy again. Well, we went to the parks, all the pass holders are coming back. Here's the thing, we've got the lowest tier pass, and it was still empty. We walked on and off the 5 rides we wanted to go on, left after 2.5 hours. It was really fun, to be perfectly honest, but I think that kind of shows with Disney, like, hey, guess what? The price hike did have an effect on this, and guess what? The rate cut is going to have an effect on Lyft. It's just really sad to look at Lyft and what it's become now. It's kind of like watching The Simpsons now, how back then you remember how it used to be so much funnier than it is now, and then they do something stupid like West Side White House or whatever that dumb thing was, and now you have Lyft. It's like they used to be the champion of the drivers. They used to be the better alternative to Uber. Now they're actually being exactly like Uber. Heck, they've taken it a step further. They used to copy Uber. Now they're being like Uber in the sense that they're initiating screwing the drivers. It's just absolutely amazing how how things have changed. The story's flipped, the narrative is different, whatever you want to call it. So, yep, there you go, folks. Lyft's destination filters, pretty much. Here's the thing: the arrival on time thing. I will admit that's a nice little addition, but it wasn't worth doing by taking away the other 4 destination filters. So that's where we're going to leave this one, folks. I would like to know what your thoughts on it are. Are you still driving for Lyft? Do you even want to drive for this company anymore? Please comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.